is draft champions. The Packers have been perfect so far, and if they want a title, they'll need to stay perfect and finish with a W. They'll square off here against the Carolina Panthers.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the third-year man from Alabama State, Isaiah Crowell. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A gain of 8 and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
This will be taken at the 10. Oh, the spin. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And an electric scamper there from the 2nd-round pick in 2013 out of Michigan State.
And how about the way he's remade his body in the NFL? You remember back at Michigan State? Big, thick, bruising runner. Yeah, he had some speed, he had some agility, but now he's slimmed down and he's gotten even quicker, which has led to more runs like the one we just saw there.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
A screen to Bell. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense?
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They come out here in the eye. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on second down is Smith. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They go play action here on first down. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrive at this 2-0 score. See if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board knowing
Looks like
that
soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former Raiders, C.O. Moore. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. McCarron. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
To throw, McCarron. And that's incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And Tammy with it over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be first down Panthers. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll drop to throw. Wheaton with a catch right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
And the Panthers coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Davante Adams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll fake it. Now Smith looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. It's Smith. He's got Evans. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st down, Smith going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And they're going to have a 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Over the middle to Evans. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. And even 40 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Smith now to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing again is Smith. Evans has it left side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A second spin.
Turning and turning and turning.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Smith. And a catch right side by Evans. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Woods from 10 yards out. And the Packers have retaken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. To throw, McCarron. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So just 1 yard to go here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 2nd down following the run. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This will be caught inside the 10. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run it in with Bell. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
To throw on second down is Smith. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is third and goal. Now Smith on third and goal. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. They go play action here on first down. Survey, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And that's incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. A first-time Pro Bowler a year ago. Emerson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to fourth down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
12 yards on the return that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Now a first down carry by Bell. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Bell. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's brought down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Throwing now, Smith. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. The give is to Bell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Fantastic return all the way down to the 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
He's back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Back to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Well, there were times where this felt more like a soccer match. Just not a lot of offense. Really good defensive battle, though.
You kept wondering if one of the teams would break out today. Neither one of them really did. One got just enough points to win the game. Excellent defensive football.